Hello once again, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 4 with Morris. And at the end of the last part, well, we just watched the briefing for Act 2. Solid Sun. And as far as I'm aware, none of these act names mean anything. The words used are very familiar, but other than that, I don't know. I haven't figured anything out from them anyway. So Act 2 is probably my least favourite act. What is that? Oh, my dog's trying to get in. It worries me when I hear that scratching outside the door. Anyway, yeah, Act 2 is probably my least favourite. All of the others have something about them which makes them decent, but this one doesn't really have anything special.
It fits in with their plans perfectly.
Seizing control of the world's ID systems and then using them to manipulate the economy and information flow. For the
and I have to say, I do prefer getting a briefing from Campbell rather than Alticon.
You might say the Patriots are the embodiment of the war economy.
Everything that Solid has feared 5 years ago, it's all come to pass.
The Patriots are trying to protect their power, their own interests, by controlling the digital flow of information.
Now, with the media and global
That's probably the only tie-in to MGS2 there is. Apart from right at the end.
Against them.
Exactly. It would seem as though Liquid has taken up Big Boss's cause. An age of persistent universal warfare. A world where mercenaries are free from domination. In a sense, the Outer Heaven Big Boss envision is already a living reality.
You mean the PMCs and their war business?
Right now, Liquid is a slave to the Patriots, forced to fight their
I think it's that voice. Whichever game that Paul
Paul
Eiding is in, that voice is just perfect for whatever character it is.
Cold war is brewing between Liquid and the Patriots over who will survive.
And no matter who wins, the world has no future.
He's in Skyrim as well. He plays like one guy in Skyrim.
Never be free.
Snake, what we
But
call
again,
peace
perfect voice
is
for the character.
equilibrium kept in check by the war economy. Destroying the system means wiping out the information society, the end of modern civilization. Like it or not, we may have no choice but to protract the system.
I don't know how I could hold down a conversation with him either. 'Cause I would always feel like he was briefing me on something.
Rebel guerrilla units are advancing on the base of the government PMC troops. That base appears to be Liquid's safe house. According to Naomi's data, she's being held prisoner inside the compound.
That's where she is.
Assuming the data is correct. And one more thing.
What now?
The government
What
PMC
else is
troops
it?
have been
God damn
operating
it.
at high altitudes.
Let me
We have
sneak.
reports that it's starting to upset the balance of the nanomachine control system.
Meaning?
Meaning the low blood oxygen content.
Meaning nothing.
On their nanomachines, giving them a slight edge in battle.
That means nothing.
Steer clear of altitude sickness. Got it.
There's no effect on anything. Oh. Oh. And she's not alone. The old favorite from MGS2. Vamp. Oh my god. Which is the real Snake? I'll never know.
Don't forget this face.
This is ridiculous. You'll see why.
This is the face of the bastard who killed your comrades.
So now when the rebels see you, they're like, oh my god, it's that guy. But it's obviously not who killed them. I mean, look, you see the difference between me and that thing.
More guerrillas will be coming to storm the safe house. He must be among their numbers. Sooner or later he will come. Don't.
That's what she says. Haven't heard one of those jokes for a while. Oh man, such a show off for no reason. That face camo was really good. If it can do that. Oh, don't kick him, there was no need. No, don't stand up, Snake. I think this might be the only codec conversation Snake has where he stood up.
What the hell?
That
I might be wrong though.
Vamp. I'm
gonna keep an eye out for that.
I'll never forget that face.
Those were PMC soldiers with him. Is he involved in Liquid's plan?
We watched him die in Manhattan.
Several
And
times.
they won't leave us alone. Snake, could Vamp be immortal?
Not a chance. This is the real world, not some fantasy game.
Oh wow.
The next time
Wow.
he shows up.
MGS.
Now,
Aware of
Icon.
itself.
Right. I know. Snake, according to satellite imagery procured by Mei Ling, the facility
Somehow.
where Naomi's being held is to the north, along a mountain road. I'm sending the location to your map.
Mei Ling? What's she up to these days?
Taking command of the Missouri, apparently.
The Missouri? That's a World War II battleship.
The museum contract in Hawaii expired some time ago. I hear it's now being used as a virtual training vessel.
No kidding.
No
Not
shit.
for actual combat training, of course, but rather to get sailors used to seamanship on an analog vessel. Or so I hear. After the mess at Shadow Moses, Mei Ling kinda got put out to pasture.
Even so, making captain at her age, that's pretty impressive.
Rumor has it she caught the eye of some lecherous old admiral who got her promoted. She always did have a thing for older men.
Whoa.
Maybe it's too early to retire after all.
Thinking of taking a little training on an analog vessel, Snake?
No. At this point, I've got no need for any more training.
It's another example of Snake just ruining the
Listen,
mood.
Snake, when you get there, remember, the conflict between the PMCs and the rebels has nothing to do with your mission. There's no reason for you to get involved or take sides. That said, creating some sort of impact
Has
on the
nothing to do with
battlefield
your
could produce
mission,
better
but we
conditions
talk
for
a lot
sneaking.
about it
The
anyway.
rebels are targeting the facility being used by the PMCs as a base. This is more or less the same spot where Naomi's being held. If you aid the rebels, they might get rid of some of the PMCs and help carve a path for you to sneak in.
That freak I just saw with the
I think there's only
tentacles,
one
was
instance
it
where
using
that's
the
actually
same
true.
camo system as my suit?
And it's later on where you help out the rebels, and
That
then
technology was of
if
your
you help
own
them out
design.
enough, then the next area is like super
Actually,
easy. You can just run straight through it.
I kind of based it on some designs Sonny snagged off the net.
But we'll
And
get to
the
that. We'll get
data
to that.
came from.
DARPA?
So in other words, we're on equal ground technologically.
Sorry. I guess I should have told you.
Yeah, maybe you
Looks at
should.
Things. They know I'm coming too.
Yeah, it could be a trap. Stay sharp.
Will do. Alright, gameplay. Let's do it.
Head for the
Don't get
research
seen,
lab
don't
where
get seen.
Naomi's being held. It's to the north.
Exciting stuff. But yeah, this is another reason why this is my least favourite part. Is it's a bit bland. That's all. And there's quite a lot of boring stuff. that sort of needs to be explained, I guess. But it's kind of dragged out a bit. But I mean, we're nowhere near that yet, so it's fine. We're good for now. Just wait for that guy to move out the way. There we go. There might actually be a quick way. I'm doing this in the kind of big boss method that I would do. You know, the way I would do it if I was doing the big boss run. Just because it's the way that I feel most comfortable with it. But because we're on normal, there's probably a quicker way through. And we won't be helping these rebels either. And yet somehow they escape, and I'm not sure how, but once you go down here, they're kind of just there, as if nothing ever happened. Clear. Oh yeah, not lost it. Okay, so I think there's another guy up here I gotta hit. There we go. I got him. You always know if you've hit them, because if you don't hit them, then the caution thing comes up. But if you do hit them, then nothing happens. And they just fall asleep.
Oh, you again.
Yeah, that's right. Notice how I don't have any tentacles?
Hey. Nice work.
And I think that's everybody.
Don't startle me like that.
Whoa. What's with the caution? What's with the caution? I don't know where that's coming from. Normally the caution doesn't appear there, but whatever.
Use extra caution.
No, don't. Gotta get there before the reinforcements arrive. Thank God. Whoa.
Snake.
Took a while to get
someone
through
I'd
there.
like you to meet. A member of the mission staff. A psychological counselor.
Psychological counselor.
Is this really the time
A
for
lot
this,
of
Campbell?
soldiers can't handle the stress of battle, end up panicking. She'll be useful in helping you understand the mindset of both the PMC and rebel soldiers.
She?
Rosemary.
Get your butt in here.
Nice to meet you, Snake.
Hey, remember
This
this
is
favorite
Rosemary.
character from
She used to
MGS2?
work as a data analyst at the Pentagon, but moved to combat support during the Big Shell incident.
Yeah. She was in charge of Jack's files, wasn't she?
After that, she studied psychology. And now she's a counselor with CSP, the Combat Stress Platoon.
Yeah, I hear psychological counseling's the hot field these days. Increased combat efficiency and productivity, all without ever picking up a gun.
I'll be acting as your personal counselor on this mission.
You really don't need to do
Since
that.
the passing of the new millennium, one of the most important issues facing today's military is the mental care of its soldiers. I can also provide advice
Well,
on
maybe you should
soldiers'
go help them
psychology
instead of
from
me.
a threat assessment perspective. Contact me anytime.
You never
I'll
call.
be
Has anyone ever
standing by
called
here
her?
at home with
I mean, I have, just to
but
see
I'm
what
on a different
happens, but
circuit. The frequency is 147.79.
Her advice will have a
it's also
positive
strange how
effect
you
on your
can't ever
psyche.
call up Campbell
Survival on the battlefield depends on your psychological well-being.
for advice or whatever.
Lose your cool and your body stops.
You can call
working
Rose
to
whenever you
tell it
want.
to.
She's available
Even a
24/7.
valiant soldier like you.
But
I know.
not
Mind,
Campbell.
Body, technique. Some things haven't changed with time.
When your psyche is running low, ask her for advice. It'll help keep you in peak condition and focused on the mission.
By the way, Colonel, isn't that your house?
Well, yes.
Then the woman you married, the one that Meryl was talking about.
Is Rosemary, yes. Didn't I tell you before?
News to me. What about Jack?
Jack.
Jack from
Is it-
Foxhound.
Uh,
Name Ryden.
as
I
if
seem
the
to
Colonel
remember
just
him
forgets.
being engaged to Rose.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that whole
We
big.
lost all
Oh
trace of
yeah,
him.
wow.
Jack's gone. I used to work with the guy. He saved Sonny from the Patriots.
He disappeared soon after that.
What about you? Jack disappeared and you just moved in on Rose?
I was consoling her over her loss, and one thing just led to another.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, lucky me, huh?
Oh, Campbell. He's not sorry. He'd do it again.
Meryl was so disgusted.
Meryl.
Snake's just jealous.
About me.
Yeah, I believe her words were, "I'll never forgive that womanizing piece of shit."
I see.
Colonel, you knew she was our informant in the Middle East, didn't you? Was it you who put her up to it?
Yes.
Maybe.
I used my connections in the army to get Meryl the job.
You wanted your daughter someplace where you could keep an eye on her.
Look, everybody involved in the incident at Shadow Moses either lost their job and status, or in the case of Meryl and Mei Ling, got brushed aside. Meryl wanted to make a comeback, a difference. We can't all be as strong as you, Snake. Some of us
well,
can't
you should
bear
be.
living like pariahs.
Since Shadow Moses, I've been branded a criminal.
I think of it as my own small...
Well, you have shot a lot of
making it up
people.
to my daughter. My own flesh and blood. In any case, call Rosemary if you ever need advice.
In any case, what if just forget about it. Forget about everything we just talked about. Alrighty, well, I gotta pause it for now, guys. But thank you very much for watching this episode of Metal Gear Solid 4, and I hope to see you in the next one. See you later.